All right, welcome back to day 8. Today we are tackling a word, oh man, a word that makes most people just cringe. I'm talking about the word budget. You hear it and you immediately think of restriction, of spreadsheets, of a financial prison, right? But stick with us, because by the end of this, we're going to blow that concept right out of the water and show you something way, way more powerful. Exactly. Look at this. This is the whole shift right here. We are completely ditching that old, broken idea of a budget. From now on, we're calling it budget engineering. Because in this world, you're not some miserable penny pincher. No, you are the CEO of your life. And that paycheck, that's not just money, that's capital. And your job as CEO is to deploy that capital to build your empire. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about the broken B word and why traditional budgeting just fails. I mean, why does it fail so often? Well, it's pretty simple when you think about it. A budget feels like a diet for your money. It's all about scarcity, right? It's all about what you can't have, what you can't do. And what happens with crash diets? They're stressful, they're miserable, and you eventually give up. It's almost like they're psychologically engineered to make you fail. And that's exactly why this mindset shift is everything. With budget engineering, you flip the script. You're the commander-in-chief of your finances. Think about it this way. Every single dollar you earn is like a little soldier, and your mission is to send those soldiers out to capture more ground, to build your wealth, to expand your territory. You're not cutting back, you're building up. It's an offensive strategy, not a defensive one. So every great CEO, every commander needs a blueprint, right? A plan of attack. For us, that plan is something called the 50-30-20 framework. And trust me, this isn't about putting you in chains. This is the actual foundation you're going to use to build that empire we're talking about. And here it is. The beauty of this is just how simple it is. Your entire financial strategy right here in one picture. It breaks down like this. 50% of your after-tax income goes to your needs. 30% goes to your wants. And that last 20%, that is a non-negotiable slice for the empire. Let's get into what that actually means. Okay, so needs. That's the easy stuff, right? Your rent or mortgage, your utilities, your groceries, the things you absolutely have to pay to live. The empire, that 20%, that's your future. That's your investments, your savings. That's the engine that's going to make you wealthy. But let's talk about that middle one, 30% for wants. This is so important. This is your fun money. This is for hobbies, going out to eat, that vacation you've been dreaming of. It's guilt-free. Because look, if a system is too rigid, it breaks. This flexibility, this is what's going to keep you in the game for the long run, without burning out. Okay, everyone, listen up. If you take away only one single thing from our talk today, I want it to be this. What we're about to cover is the game changer. It is the one strategic move that separates the amateurs from the pros, the people who struggle from the people who build serious wealth. This is the absolute key to the whole thing. So this right here, this is what almost everybody does. This is the amateur's mistake. You get paid, which feels great. Then you pay all your bills, your rent, your car payment, you buy your food, you go out with friends, and you tell yourself, okay, whatever's left at the end of the month, that's what I'll save. Sound familiar? The only problem is, when the end of the month rolls around, how much is actually left? Usually it's nothing, zero. And there's a reason for that. It's not because you're bad with money. It's because of a powerful principle called Parkinson's law. It basically says your expenses will magically expand to eat up whatever income you have. It's just human nature. If that money is sitting there in your checking account, you will find a way to spend it. A new gadget, a sale, an unexpected dinner, it's gone. That's why trying to save what's left is a game that is completely rigged for you to lose. But the elite investor, the CEO, they do the complete opposite. They just flip the entire script. This is the pay yourself first principle. The second your paycheck hits your account, before you even think about paying rent, before you pay your phone bill, you take that 20% for your empire and you move it. You get it out of sight. It's gone. That is your most important bill. And then you simply learn to live on what's left over, the other 80%. Okay, so the plan sounds simple enough, right? Pay yourself first. But we all know that just knowing what to do and actually doing it day in and day out are two totally different things. So this brings us to the final and maybe the most critical piece of the puzzle. This is the secret that makes the whole machine run perfectly without you even trying. And here's the core idea of what we call neurofitness. You have to understand this. Your willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired. It's a finite resource. You can start the month with the best intention, saying, yes, I'm going to move that 20%. But then what happens? You have a stressful day at work, you see something you really want to buy, you're just feeling weak. And you skip it, just this once. Relying on your own discipline to do this every single time is a recipe for failure.
So what do? You take willpower completely out of the equation. You fire your flawed human brain from that job. The solution is just one word: automate. When you set this up to happen automatically, you let the system do the work for you. The machine does the heavy lifting. It takes your emotions, your stress, your temptations completely out of the picture. There's no manual effort. There's no remembering to do it. It just happens. Every payday, like clockwork. Your wealth starts building itself in the background, kind of like a program running on your computer. It is totally effortless.
Okay, so you have the blueprint. You know the 50-30-20 framework, you understand the absolute power of paying yourself first, and you know the secret is automation. Now it's time to actually do something. It's time to stop just listening and start building. So here is your mission for day 8. It's super simple, just 2 steps. That's it. First, just sit down for a few minutes and figure out what your personal 50-30-20 numbers actually are. Just map it out. And second, and this is the most important part, I want you to log into your bank right now, today, and set up just one recurring automatic transfer. Have it move money from your checking account to your savings or investment account and schedule it for the day right after you get paid. The moment you do that, the moment you set up that one transfer, you have officially switched on your wealth building machine. Congratulations, it's running. But what if there's something lurking in your finances, a silent killer that could bring the whole thing crashing down? An anchor that's just waiting to drag your empire to the bottom of the ocean? Well, tomorrow on day 9, we're going to hunt down that number one enemy: high interest debt.